A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Welcome all, this is Blaezer RTW. I hope you are good. Hopefully I'll be a bit more with it on this as it's a 1v1. From the last one, that was a hectic, epic battle. If you haven't seen it, watch it and watch it all the way through because it is epic and a good, good watch. Run that bath, as I said. This is going to be a few sets of 1v1s, not consecutively, but as we go through them. Just me versus Legiondary, maybe Titans. Obviously, we used to play each other a lot before before we were in clans, as it were. So this was, I think, just messing around really. So I'm going to put them all on, record them all, and some of them are sort of testing stuff out. Some of them's just messing around. Some of them are serious, etc. We'll soon find out. So yeah, he's joined the Titans there, so he'll be getting pretty well schooled. I'm obviously sort of almost self-taught, if you like. I've picked up a few bits off different people and asked different questions, but it's hard without playing it quite a lot. So, it's just one of them things. So, be interesting to see how it goes. There's Rome v Rome, which I'm obviously going to prefer than doing pikes. Let's see what happens. I didn't go through the armies, but we'll go through them now. So, sorry, I've got 6 cav there. And I make that a 14-6. He's got 6 cav and a 14-6, so not too much difference in it. I didn't see what my Pila Shield was doing, so yeah, it's time to do the old merry dance. And as I've been sort of finding out going through these, the reason for that is that you sort of get them moving, and then when that if he marries up to me now, I think you sort of leave the cav out here on the left, change the angle of the army the other way, and then as he turns, hit him with a couple of your cav that's here while he's moving, and then pull back before he gets a strike in and whittle down his sort of peeler units like that. As it is, he's defending quite well. I say that now because I'm watching them back, but I can't really do it playing. I don't. Trouble is, in the winter, from sort of September through to sort of Easter, I get really busy at work. I'm just too tired to play or even think about getting better. So I just sort of go on more as a release on a Friday night, just have a few beers and sort of do it, but don't actually get any good. And actually, it's going to be a good one for the next couple because on the last weekend, last Friday night, I turned up and I was hammered. I thought, I'll play a couple, and I'll put them all one after the other. You just see, it's funny. I'll put them on now, even though they're sort of a bit down the line. I'll do them next. That'll be quite funny. I hope you've been keeping an eye on it. Not too much going on. A bit of tit for tat. Peeler units are exchanging. I've opened up my second line, so we're marrying up, as in we've got 1 out front, 2 in behind. He's got 1 then that he's opened up, and I've actually opened up my whole 3rd line, but it looks like I'm going to now pull myself back in. I do like that technique of where you sort of pull them out, get them engaged, hopefully get them to pull a couple of units out, and then because they're all still in a group, sort of move them to a more advantageous position and hope that they haven't still got theirs in a group. They sort of remove them and have to do it just to add a little layer of micro on. I've engaged this one now, so I'm going to want to push my whole army up beside it just to get the numbers counting on him, get him taking him out, and set myself back up and get on to the next line. No cav involved yet for anyone. We're just whittling down. So he's lost his first unit, but I think my guys out the front is either gone already or proper, tit for tat. Oh no, there are 3 units there. Yeah, so cost me half a unit to get rid of one of his, so that's not too bad. So I guess what I should probably do is try and work that advantage and try and work my way through and force him to do something. He's pulled a couple of units into tight, so obviously I really want to be hitting them with some peeler, especially as they're moving. I need to get my cav ready to face for looking for this charge. I'm not taking the bait and going to move up with him, though. I'm being a bit patient, going to square myself off a bit further away from him, bring my cav back round behind and central so that I can keep myself going. Yeah, I'm just sorting out my lines, you see out there. I'm just changing my formation slightly. Okay, so I've gone a bit of a mistake. This is something I often do, which is you should sort of just do it in little movements, you know what I mean? So if you get caught like that, it's not too far till they stop. Whereas with me, I've gone to do my whole move in one and he's countered it and I haven't bothered to sort of change it. So again, we're going through our little merry little dance. So he's pulled up close to me. I've pulled my second line into thingy again, but what I want to do this time is actually engage, try and get hold of this guy and try and engage him and then put him on auto peeler before he did what he did, which is open him up, and then they would have just automatically thrown him at the nearest unit that is not engaged, as far as I am aware and deduce. Okay, so is anyone actually going to make a move yet, or are we just going to sit here and you know, face up until we're down to 3 or 4 units each and then get the cav involved? I've decided I want to try and do something. My guy is obviously out of peeler, I would read into that, so I want to try and engage the second line. He's pulling them into loose. This guy's routed off already. There's too much there. I've opened up my third line now. He's sending in, so he sent those 2 cav in, and while he's doing that, I've taken the bait with all my cav. I'm not going to get him. He's sending in a couple of units into the centre in his pairs to send them in and try and take out my peeler units. I've moved my units forward now. If these guys are all on auto peeler, that'll be nice because... yeah, there you go. So they're going for that unit there, the ones that aren't engaged, so that's quite nice. So, yeah, I think they would have taken some pretty good digs then as well. It looks like I'm going to try my own version of the pairing up by going in with 3. I'm not going to get them, and I'm going to get countercharged. I've routed one off in the centre there in urban. If I can hit the back of this cav here, but the thing is, he's going to reply, and then it's all going to end up messy. I did get a nice little strike on it in the left there. It looks like he sent some unit out to my right. He's done that, taking out one of my first units. I need to put all my cav back now. I need to put it in guard mode and then pull it back just to make sure that if they do get hit, they're at least in a little bit of a defensive mood. I would have liked to have seen him be a bit more aggressive there and actually hit me, because he would have hit me on the way out and he probably would have routed him off, which would have sketched him out for the future. I'm moving up my second line now, so it looks like there's no more farting around. We're all pushing forward. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Yeah, I've still got a reserve there. He's still got the same amount in reserve. I'm trying to push on with some of my infantry in the right. I'm also flanking with one of the units. I'm moving up my main infantry on the left. I did send a unit out to the right, but he's wasted. So, yeah, you don't want to be doing that. He's striking with some of his cav. If I can get a counter striking, that would be quite nice. I don't think I'm going to, though, and even if I do, he's got 2 out on the left at the bottom of the screen that's going to do us. He's got a lovely little strike there, that's fair play, but I think he's maybe just be a little bit late on his retreat, is he? I've definitely caught some of him there, but I'm actually routing off, but maybe I didn't, but he's thrown all his units in. This guy here, I know he's going to get struck. I should really put him in, you know, tight formation and tie up these guys here on the right. This is all me trying to flank. He looks like he's trying to pull some of his units back to try and reshape him. I really need to pull my cav round here now. Maybe throw in a little dummy strike here on the right with 1 or 2 and hit these 2 or 3 here to clear them up and get my infantry all on the right side. I've tried to come around this bit to clear this left hand side. He's split his cav, hit half of my left flank, half of my right flank. I'm going to send all my cav in onto the right flank and try and back them up there. Looks like I've just caught him, and it's quite a weight of cav, and it's going through the line as well, so that's quite a nice little strike there. Hit him on the side. I need to pull them out now and recycle them. The other... oh, that was all my cav. I was thinking I split my cav then, but obviously not. I'm getting them behind. I'm being a bit too aggressive there. I mean, unless I'm thinking of using him for bait and trying to get his cav in, which has worked, so that I can hit something else, then... yeah, that's all right, but I'm going for a centre strike now. If I can take this one unit, or at least get him down to like half what he is there, that'll be quite nice, because I'll be able to get my teeth into him a little bit there. So I've pulled out my cab. I'm actually quite healthy for cab, which is quite good. I've got a unit out here which I could do with just bringing back and just making a nuisance of him behind this guy here, just to sketch him out. He's flanking me on my right flank. I'm flanking him on the left, but he's got heavily cab. I haven't got a lot. Again, it doesn't look like I'm going for the cab. I stopped it. That would have been a nice little strike through there. If I would have carried on with that and run my general and that up, I may have been able to just route off the centre blob, and then we would have been in good shape. As it is, I'm trying to push my way for the right hand side. No, he did send everything he had against this left guy, but he didn't actually route, which is pretty good. What I want to do is get a side swipe on that, so because he's got his flank to me now. So if I can push, if I can block these, if I can stop these guys in the cav from coming into the side of me, like I can do there. If I can rush that up and then rush my general in and run up the line from where I am now for this guy, I'll go straight through all of that, and that'll be quite nice. So I sent 2 out to the right as a bit of a distraction as I send the main force into the side of those units. He's retreating some. I am doing what I said I would do. I've broken the line, so that's quite nice. I've got in there. There's a few of his units routing off. His guys have been blocked off, but it's all got messy on his right and his left flank as he's hitting me. His general's out there. That was that one unit that baited them in over on that side, keeping them distracted. It's going to be pretty tight. My general's quite close, but he needs to be engaged. I need to start putting some of these units in and encapsulating them, or enclosing them, sorry, and tying them down, and then hitting with the cav. I've got the cav advantage now, so yeah, I either need to take his cav or chase it off. I could probably do a split in it looking at that. As it is, I'm bringing those routed units back. They are slowly making their way around the back. I'm going to go in for another strike, trying to hit that general and pop through the centre. I am popping through the centre. If I can just route off that other one on the right, that'd be quite nice. Yeah, the guys here on the left's gone. Cav's double back round. Not really the greatest execution in the world, but yeah, Legionary seen the writing is on the wall, and that's that. So that was a nice little dust up. Oh, gosh. Right. Yeah, good game. Nice little victory, just on little, little marginal gains or marginal sort of issues there that does it. And in the end, I just got probably one better counter strike than him on the cav or something. That's often what it comes down to. So yeah, good game, mate. See you soon.
Follow me, Blaezer.